What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new segment on the channel. If you're just joining me, my name is Party Pete, and you're watching Too Good Inc. here on YouTube. So our new segment, or rather our new show, whatever you want to call it, is going to be called FIG BRAWL. Or is it FIG Fight? No, I think somebody has Figure Fight already. We'll work on a name later. But anyway, I made the Jericho, a little bit of the Bubbly review a couple days ago. I put it out on YouTube. Got a ton of hits. Thank you for watching that, by the way, if you did watch it. Hope you enjoyed it. I was completely ignorant to just about every single thing under the sun. One of the big things that I wish I had done originally in that video was compare it to a WWE Elite, since everybody has got those already. And AEW Unrivaled Wave 1 is just hitting stores this week. As of right now, I think it's been about 3 days since launch, and you know, if you're lucky to have picked one up or have seen it at a Walmart or what have you, or even get them from Ringside Collectibles, you know, you have probably already melded them in with your Mattels, and that's one of the things that I wish I had done in that original review was get a Mattel to kind of just scale up. So I had a really good idea. I'm just going to put two figures basically against each other. We're going to compare articulation, we're going to compare height, we're going to compare scaling, and we're going to compare overall value for your dollar. So perfect example of a WWE Elite that I'm using today is the Ultimate Warrior from WWE Elite Wave 26, I believe, and of course Chris Jericho, which is kind of like the Omega, or I don't know if you would call it Omega, but whatever. He's the first AEW Unrivaled figure to be released from Jazwares. So we're pitting two of these together, and we're going to see who comes out on top as far as, again, articulation, scaling, size, and value. So at first we got Chris Jericho, and let's go to the tail of the tape. I hope that joke landed as well as I thought it did. So Chris Jericho stands about 6.5 inches, maybe a little bit more than 6.5 inches off of the ground right over here, or rather the ring. This is again the AEW action ring that is actually a Walmart exclusive, and I'm saying actually way too much. Getting a closer look at the figure, again, we talked about how good the deco is, and you know, the pain and everything else like that in my original review. So we're just really going to go over the articulation once more. We already know he's 6.5 inches. Once again, we've got full arm 360 right over there. We've got the arm swivel, and really, like, the joints aren't loose. They kind of click. You can hear them clicking when I'm doing that. He's got a bicep swivel right over here, of course. He's got an elbow bend. I think it's a double elbow, actually. Yeah, it's a double elbow. So he can get really up close to his face if he wants to. He's got a wrist rotation right over here, and then he's also got a wrist bend as well. Ab crunch. We went over ab crunch. He really doesn't crunch too far forward, and he kind of crunches a little bit further back than some of the other figures we've taken a look at. His head is kind of just on a swivel. Doesn't really move up and down too much. I mean, he's got some movement as far as the up and down goes, but it isn't going to be, I mean, it's nothing really to, you know, call home for. One of the other things too that I did want to point out, that he does not have a butterfly joint right over here at the arm, so it doesn't move forward, it doesn't move back. Right over here in the leg, legs stretch way out. Boom, he can do a split, he can do a high kick. He does have a thigh swivel. He's got a double knee. Double knee gets up pretty close, hitting his lower back right there. But I think these elbow pads, or excuse me, knee pads are preventing him from doing that. Ankles, they kind of pivot, they kind of twist and turn right over here. I guess you'd call it a shin twist and turn. Right over here, we've got the ankle joint, and it doesn't really rock side to side too much, I would say. It's just more of like an up and down kind of thing. So there we go. Pretty simple. We've gone over everything about Chris. So he's the challenger. let's go ahead and bring in the champion. We're just going to get right into articulation and scale. And again, going back into tell of the tape, let's take a look at how tall the Warrior is. So, yeah, Warrior's taller than Chris. He's definitely almost 7 inches tall. You can barely see the 7 right there at the top of your screen. So he is taller than Chris Jericho, and it just might be the scaling that they decided to use with Warrior. He was a pretty tall guy in real life, as far as I know. So that might be why he would be taller than Chris Jericho. You know, these toy companies, they go through great lengths. Yeah. Take a shot, whatever. They just want to make sure that they're as accurate as possible. So if somebody's super tall, they're going to make a super tall figure, super large figure. If somebody's super short, of course, it's going to be quite opposite. So we'll go into articulation right now with the Ultimate Warrior. And go ahead and do head first. So head, he kind of moves up and down. Not really. Definitely moves side to side, 360. But his hair kind of gets in the way. He's got a lot of hair, and that 80s hair. 360 right over here at the arm. Does fold out like that. Doesn't really have the clicky joints right over here. So, you know, kind of like a more smoother joint right there at the arm. He does have a bicep swivel also. He does have, it's a wrist rotating. He does have a wrist joint right there. Ab crunch. Let's see what he does. Oh, he's got a pretty good crunch actually. Looks like he can, yeah, he arcs forward pretty well. He arcs back. There we go. Let's see his legs. He doesn't do that much of a split compared to Jericho, but he can still kick pretty high, I would say. Does he have a thigh swivel? Yes, he does. How many? Oh, yeah. He's got a double knee joint right over here. He's almost kicking himself in the back. I don't know if he has a shin. Oh, yeah, he does. Look, take a look at that shin swivel right there. And then, man, this ankle is really tight, but I think it's these tassels right over here on the boot that's preventing me from moving them too far up and too far down. But anyway, that was the articulation and the height of both of those figures. So now we're going to get into scale between the two of them. So setting them side by side to each other, they don't look goofy. I gotta say, you know, real life proportions maybe are a little skewed as far as the heads go, as far as the biceps go, as far as the chest go. Kind of looking at it right now, it kind of seems to me that Chris looks a little bit bigger, but it just might be the perspective that I'm looking at. When we're comparing scale, you know, we wanted to get these as close as possible, again, to what you would be buying in store. So Chris is going to be pretty similar to a WWE Elite, and the Unrivaled line is pretty much basically following everything that Chris is right now. So if you go out and you buy an AEW Unrivaled Wave 1, Wave 2, so on and so forth, they're going to be comparable to the Mattels. And it looks like they're actually going to look pretty nice next to each other. The other thing that I kind of wanted to take a look at is the way that the joints are molded into the body of these guys. So again, Chris has a little bit more of an advantage right over here because he has a dual elbow joint. So you see there's 2 joints right there on his right arm, as compared to the Ultimate Warrior, who only has the 1 joint. Now again, this is just going off of an Elite and Unrivaled figure. WWE Elites also have the Ultimate versions of them, and they might have more articulation. Not sure. I'm not a big wrestling fan, toy fan, figure fan, so I don't have a ton of those to compare to, but I did have Ultimate Warrior Elite, thanks to Sandro. Yeah, well, I have everything here basically thanks to Sandro since he left it here. So that's why I'm making the video. You know, just to kind of compare the two, I guess you want to call them top shelf lines. So as far as value goes, each of these guys should be about $20 in stores. I have seen Elites go for $25 in some stores. I guess maybe like GameStop, they're like $23, but GameStop is a premium shop, quote unquote, so they're going to upcharge a little bit. AEW Unrivaled is supposed to be 1988 when they hit Walmart stores, and again, they are Walmart exclusives. So you're going to be able to see them right next to the WWE guys. And it's always good to have competition as far as toys go, as far as companies go, because, you know, it just kind of, you can kind of mix and meld everybody. And, you know, seeing these two together, I can easily say that, you know, they're going to work really well with each other as far as, you know, if you just want to have a whole bunch of different wrestlers from both companies, they're going to look good on your shelf, in your DTOF, whatever you've got at home. So as far as value goes, Ultimate Warrior actually doesn't come with any accessories. Chris comes with a ton, but he's a premium figure. He's an exclusive from Ringside, so he's not really a fair comparison. However, and this is kind of not really a knock to the Warrior, but Chris, Wave 1, he's got the cowboy hat, I think he's got the scarf, and he's got his entrance jacket as well. Man, I said entrance jacket really weird. But anyway, the Elite guys rather, they always have extra stuff in them because, you know, it's WWE Elite, you know, so you might get another figure who uses a robe or who has accessories, like Finn Balor might have, like, you know, the demon tassels and the demon headdress, or if we're talking figures with the robe, like Rick Rude, they had that whole Rick Rude thing recently where he came with the robe already on the figure itself, and it caused paint to chip off of there. So you're getting a lot of value for your buck if you go with either an AEW Unrivaled figure or a Mattel Elite, WWE Elite. Both are great at $20. Of course, time will tell to see how much value is going to accrue for the AEW Unrivaled Wave 1 line. If you've seen eBay, people are already selling them for $55 a piece, which I think is ridiculous. But overall, we have looked at our first FIG fight, FIG brawl, FIG battle, whatever you want to call it. And I think that welcoming AEW Unrivaled into the world of wrestling figures is going to be a good thing. And I highly recommend picking up a couple of them if you see them in stores, especially those Chase ones from Series 1. Cody and Chris. They look really cool. So that's it, guys. That's the video. I just wanted to compare these two figures to each other. Stay tuned for more great stuff here on the channel, and I hope you guys are staying safe, staying healthy, and that's it. We'll see you in the next one.